Right, hello YouTube. This is episode 44 of the Deception Podcast. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the Deception Podcast, attempting to make an audio show out of a visual art form since 2013. This is episode 44, recorded on the 8th of October 2015. I feel like we should be doing that. I just realised we've never done that, but I feel like I should be doing it.
Told them the date.
Told them when this was recorded, for when people look back in years to come, as this is obviously being built as an archive for magicians.
Like a time capsule.
Yeah, basically.
We're all... John T, you've got an email. You've got
when we're all famous, John T.
Appointment reminder.
Oh, you got an appointment reminder at the what clinic?
Implant and dental clinic. I'm looking at having my teeth done. So, good. No, this is too much information episode.
Why are they putting teeth down there?
Are you having them coloured?
No, I'm having permanent ones put in. I'm getting rid of my plate and having them proper done.
Are your teeth permanent, Aaron?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't remember how long I've had them. I'm not sending them back.
I'm as old as me gums and older than me teeth. Anyway, so yeah, we've done the Aaron and Jordan's here. Good. Okay. Should we do? What should we do? Magic news.
Traveling the world of prestidigitation and bringing back the interesting bits. This is Magic News.
Can I just say, possibly the weirdest intro we've ever done. I mean, I'm serious to the point where I think we should do it again.
No, I enjoyed that. Come on.
Can I make a little quick thing?
Yeah.
Thing that, like on our screen we have like a webcam picture, don't we? Is that for the YouTube? Is it something? Or...
That there is what YouTube sees.
Oh, okay. Because it looks like me and you aren't in the same room, John T.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like there's a line in between us, like.
It's the curtains.
Yeah, I know, but like there, doesn't it? It looks like we're in a different room.
It does a little. That's weird.
That's weird, isn't it?
There we go. That's good. The audio listeners will love that.
How are you, Jordan?
Yeah. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, mate.
Did you not hear the Magic News jingle?
Well, I was just having a chat with my mate.
Right. Stop breathing down your mic. Darcy Oak. Do you know, honestly, I don't know much about... I've read the story. I don't know... Okay, I don't know whose side we're meant to be on. That's what I'm not sure. You tell me.
Yeah.
You tell me whose side I'm meant to be on. Darcy Oak has
allegedly
stolen an illusion from Chris Angel. This has been reported by CelebrityRadio.biz, that sort of pillar of journalistic integrity.
Yeah.
Chris Angel...
Is that Chris Angel's team, probably?
No, I think it's just it's a blog. It's a Vegas-based blog that talks about the shows and stuff. Chris Angel is the world's #1 magician, so it's definitely... We know which side the article's on. Having attracted 300 million hits on YouTube and generated 150 million in revenue at Believe. This is his Las Vegas show. That was last year. He signs with 100 million, 10-year deal with Cirque du Soleil in 2008.
It's not meant to be that good, is it?
What's this? The show?
The show, yeah.
Well, he's not a stage performer, is he?
I nearly went to see Chris Angel when I went to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And then about 20 minutes into being sold the tickets for the show, I realised that I was being sold a timeshare, and I nearly got on a bus.
What for a seat in the show?
No, Jordan knows what I mean, doesn't he? Right, and there'll be other people who get to Vegas who know exactly what they mean. You walk around these hotels, and there'll be a guy there who's really well dressed, or a lady well dressed, and they'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" Because they're from America, even though that accent probably wasn't
From Wales.
Yeah, and they say, "Hey, what are you doing while you're here?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm this and this." Well, and they say, "Are you going to see any shows?" You say, "I'm hoping to." And they'll say, "Well, you tell us what show you want to see. We'll get you tickets for it tonight."
Right.
And you go, "Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, great." And then they go, "Okay, all you need to do is we're going to do a little tiny excursion."
To the ticket buying place.
you need to bring a debit card with you. It needs to be a debit card. Can't be a credit card. It needs to be a debit. You need a debit card with you.
Because you can cancel credit card payments.
Yeah. And basically, there's one of these where they just take you out into the middle of the desert, show you a property, give you a hard sell, and then he says, you're there for a couple of hours, and then you go and see Chris Angel tonight in live. And I'm like, oh. And
like interrogation, isn't it?
The problem is, see, I've done these things before. I've not been in Vegas, but we used to go to Tenerife a lot.
Yeah,
and we'd often
me
do
as well,
these
mate.
because at the end of it, you got to swim with dolphins or something. But I imagine I can't. You'd
No,
buy
no, no.
you'd have bought anything.
You mean the dolphins get to swim with you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't go on it because I don't know.
We used to
I
go on
don't
them all
know.
the time. Sit down and go, oh, yeah, oh, it's lovely, yeah, yeah. So
Lovely.
put you
Yeah.
down for one.
Do
No,
you
thank
want another
you.
drink? Yes, please.
Yeah, keep coming with the free drinks. And at the end of it, you go, no, we're not interested. We'll just take the free tickets, thank you. But you'll be like, yeah, I'm well up for it.
Yeah, no, I am bad. Anyway, Chris Angel. No, yeah, but it shows. It's been on since when is it? When did it start?
I don't know.
2008.
Yeah.
2008. Apparently, he signed a. Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? 10-year, $100 million contract with Cirque du Soleil. Well, that's a lot.
I've read
isn't it?
this.
I know, but I'm reading it out myself now.
All right.
I'm sure we had a show before that though. That didn't he?
That's not, yeah.
Oh yeah, he done Mind Freak and all that, didn't
Yeah,
he?
and then
So, in 2006, this is the story anyway,
Yes.
during Mind Freak, he created an illusion seen around the world where he disappeared from a box in front of a huge crowd and then reappeared in a completely different place to their amazement. Something that I'm sure you'll all agree has never been done before.
Never. First man to ever do it, ever.
I've just spat on me camera.
In 2004, Canadian magician, well, he's Canadian, so this tells you a
2014.
lot.
2014.
Sorry,
Was he stood on a
2014.
box? Was he stood on a box?
I don't think he stood on one. A slightly bigger.
Did he lift the curtain up and then he was in the box?
A Canadian magician, Darcy Oak, came fifth in Britain's Got Talent in the UK.
Took his time,
And then
didn't
in
he?
August 2015, he repeated this incredible identical illusion on the One Show by the BBC to promote his autumn tour. As well as the overall feel, Chris Angel feels that there are very specific elements of the illusion that were stolen by Darcy, and worse still, two of Oak's creatives have worked for Angel and are still under confidentiality contracts. It doesn't say who they are, do we know?
No. Right. This is a common thing though. A lot of the creative crew or advisors or whatever will work for different magicians.
Yeah, sure.
I know that happens.
Yeah, but I think it's acceptable
Daniel
to...
Garcia, didn't he work for Blaine and Dynamo?
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm totally fine with the fact that they'd be under NDAs though, as well.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm under one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about?
I can't tell you.
It just makes me feel like anybody that jumps famous, that
Yeah.
Chris Angel seems to jump on their
He
the
hates him,
bandwagon
doesn't
a
he?
little bit.
He
Yeah.
does,
He
doesn't
did
hate
exactly
him?
the same with Dynamo, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you remember calling him out? Like challenging him to like a magic off or something. And then Morgan Strieber tried to jump in on the act as well and went, oh, I could be famous too, couldn't I?
So do you think that's what it is? Do you think it's
I've
a way
been
of him
before.
building his profile off the back of this? So first of all, so we don't think the trick has been stolen. Is that what we're saying?
No, I mean, well, there's a video there, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Anyway.
Welcome back to Celebrity Radio.
Oh, Jesus
Hey,
Christ,
well,
it's very
let's
loud as
mute-
well.
Just mute it. Just mute that video there. Mute it. We don't need that. We don't need all of that. Oh,
I mean,
this is an
it shows you
interview.
some. It shows you some pictures there. Look, where it does look similar. To be honest with you, it looks like the same trick. If I'm totally honest with you.
No, because the end of it, Darcy Oak has a megaphone
Yes, to be fair, he has a megaphone.
and a BBC logo in the background.
Yeah.
And Chris Angel has a bottle of what looks like Gatorade
Yeah.
or whatever other drink was being sponsored.
So this is the one where he vanish from somewhere and appear on a building behind.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks
pretty
like
much,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
Dynamo did that though, didn't he?
Well,
they all
everyone
do
does
it.
it. It's just a basic trick. I think what the point is here that it's very similar looking. And to be fair, it does like the box he's getting into looks very similar, doesn't it? The
Why do they always need big bulky steps to get into a box?
yeah,
And then they wheel the steps away, don't
yeah,
they?
the palette that's slightly thick.
You never see the steps
Yeah.
again, do you?
But it does look like a similar trick. I will say that. But obviously we don't know whether it's we don't know what we're on about. But it was just interesting to talk about.
But yeah, let's be honest. We spoke about this a while back with illusions.
Yeah,
It is very hard to
something
kind of
new.
to do something that's new,
Yeah.
completely that no one's ever seen before.
I mean, there's the old trope, isn't there? That there's only so many things you can do in magic. A transposition.
Yeah.
But I think with illusions, there's only so much you can do. If you're going to get into a box, once you're in the box, there's only a few things that can happen. You can either disappear from the box, or you can be still in the box after something ridiculous has happened, or, well, I suppose it's still disappearing, but there can be something else in the box. A tiger or whatever. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. Once you're getting in the box, you're either
Transposition.
You're either not going to be there, or you're getting out of it, even though
I
you shouldn't.
think-
That's the only two things you can really do.
Call
Isn't it?
me cynical, and I may have I may be a
Cynic.
little bit. Thank you. I may be a little bit misread on this, but could this be Chris Angel doing a? I think we brushed up on it then. Could this be a Chris Angel doing a? I'm still relevant. I'm still here.
Well,
even though I'm in Vegas, I'm still here. Please don't forget me.
Of course it is.
yeah,
Of course
perhaps.
it is. And we're here talking about him.
Well, there you
Well,
go. It's worked, isn't it?
hey, it's working.
Yeah.
It?
Exactly.
Right, moving on. Somebody else who
Millions of
who
listeners.
knows how to play the Fame game. There's a guy called Rik Lax. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know Rick. I don't know of
thought
him.
that Rik Lax was was like a little tablet that you took to shift
poo.
stuff.
So, Rik Lax is looks like to be a very quite well-known magician in the States, at least.
Yeah.
He's been on Penn and Teller, but then who hasn't now? So
Me.
but basically, he's been cropping up on my Facebook feed all the time. Now, I don't like his page. I say I don't like his page. I do like his page. I haven't clicked the like button on Facebook.
No.
The button, sorry. Yet he posts a lot of the videos to various magic groups. You see him a lot, and basically he pretty much every day, maybe twice a day even, puts videos of him performing a trick. Simple as that, really. Little trick, it'll be a very quick trick. Sometimes it's just like an optical illusion. Sometimes it's an actual magic effect. But what I like about this, there's something I like and there's something I don't like. What I like about this is that he's really clicked onto how videos on Facebook work. Facebook now claims to be the second biggest video site after YouTube. It actually claims to get more views than YouTube does. But I think that's mostly for the fact that every time you scroll down your Facebook page and one of the videos starts playing, that classes as a view.
Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does. So the numbers aren't really true, I don't
Bloody
think.
annoying that though, isn't it?
But what he does is he's done a very clever idea that all the videos start with him waving at the screen or pointing, and the words "turn the sound on" come up on the screen, and the actual trick doesn't start for about 3 or 4 seconds. So he's obviously clicked onto the fact that these things don't have sound.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, if I don't see anyone talking at me, I'll watch the video without the sound on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do as well.
If it's one of these like people
Yeah.
falling over or whatever, the song.
Yeah.
It's only going to be a royalty-free track with whoop, 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 over the top of it. So I don't bother
that
turning
again.
it on. No.
Do you know what? Do you know
So
what
he's done well there.
I always turn the sound off, and I tell you why. Because I've been burnt.
Yeah.
I've been on the train
Oh,
when I've clicked the video. Oh, so finally says what he meant to say.
Yeah.
And you put it on, you can't hear it, and it's really quiet. You turn it up, and then out of nowhere, it sounds like a porno.
That's
And
never
I'm
that's never happened to me in my life.
Oh well, then that's my mission now. is to make John. Have you ever had that, Jordan?
Sorry.
I
to
have,
make
mate,
you watch a porno.
Your mission is to make me watch porn.
I just watch pornos on train, mate.
That's what
Full volume.
I think. Well, the thing is, you see, with them videos, is that you can kind of get away with watching porn now because you can hear the noise and go, "Oh, me mate sent me a video again."
Yeah.
Has he? Yeah.
It's 12 minutes long.
One of these long ones. Yeah, man, spank my ass.
As long as that.
Sounds like a really bad porn. No, I wasn't watching that. Oh,
Sounds
can we
great.
cut any of this?
No. So
Rik Lax.
Rik Lax.
Rik Lax.
But the thing is, right, so that's what I like. He's obviously clicked onto how it works. The videos are short, they're sweet. The tricks are sometimes good, they're sometimes a bit naff, The thing I don't like in it, now he's obviously, he's not just passing these around to magicians, they're going everywhere. He's trying to get each one of them. I mean, videos from yesterday, 780,000 views. The day before that,
We're getting a lot.
148,000. These videos are getting a lot of views. Now, all of them, in the description. So, for instance, let me read the description out for you. There's one here that says, if you enter a dream state while watching this video, share to wake up. It's simple as that. So, that's his way of sort of pushing it around. And the trick is a spinning top. And he talks about, what's the thing with Leonardo DiCaprio where he spins the top?
Titanic?
When he's in a dream.
Top Gun.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
and then under that description, it's got in big capital letters, magicians only, top secret. You can buy this trick here, and it links to Penguin Magic.
Right.
So that's what I don't like about it.
That he showed 170,000 whatever people that magicians buy their magic off a website.
Yeah, well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, half of me thinks that it isn't great that, like, people, some people might go through and buy it because they want to know how it's done. That doesn't bother me. I think that's an incredible small percentage. But yeah, a little bit that. I think it almost trivialises the magic a little bit when you've got.
Do you think it's almost
can
like
buy- yeah.
it's like, wow, look at this? Well, it's not. It's nothing clever. You can.
It's
and
something
you can
clever.
buy
Isn't it? You can buy it for a
buy
tenner.
from the shop.
And to be honest, Penguin Magic isn't known for sort of it being expensive. You know what I mean? All these things are like sort of 15 quid and downloads or whatever.
Are they all Penguin Magic?
Most are.
I
yeah,
think so. I
most.
don't know whether he's maybe got something to do with Penguin Magic.
I think most are Penguin
Or
Magic.
because this, I think maybe he must have something to do with Penguin Magic because the tricks he's doing aren't his. Like this one he's linked here is a Mark Mason effect called Under Wraps.
However, the video, most of the links that he's clicking on, the dem video, well, the trailer video is him.
Is it? Yeah. So I'm
So
thinking
maybe
he
he's
must be
got
involved.
something to do
Yeah,
with it.
okay.
Do a quick search. Just search for his name. And see if is it CK?
It's good audio.
Yeah, there's tons of
So
stuff.
yeah, he has done a lot of his own stuff as well. But yeah, so I mean, it's fine. It's a great way. I bet he's making a fortune.
I bet he is.
Do you know what I mean? I wonder whether, I don't know. We've always, as magicians, try and keep these sort of things separate. You know,
Yeah.
I do anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not sure. I like
It's still creating. I don't know. He's still getting the views, isn't he? I know what you're saying with it.
Yeah. But then again, he's getting the views. But then if I went and beheaded somebody, I'd get views, wouldn't I? So that's not really a true.
Think of money you'd earn.
Well, yeah, off them ad clicks.
Yeah, but you'd have to do it every couple of days. That's how.
I don't know. Once
Can't just do it
Charlie
once.
Bit My Finger's still getting views. He's gone to college now.
That's weird, isn't it?
So, all right, good. Now we haven't got a sounds like this week. I'm afraid. I actually watched.
sorry.
Jordan's been busy in work, and I watched 2 DVDs yesterday, and there was nothing. I was so disappointed. So, but
You had to
instead,
watch 2 full Magic DVDs.
I had to watch 2 full Magic DVDs. It was awful. Instead, we're going to pick a winner for our hashtag competition that we were doing last week. This is to win a huge pile of stuff. Can you reach that box
Yeah,
without
sure.
knocking everything over?
Probably not.
We asked you to tell people about the show using the hashtag Deception Podcast. All you had to do was either on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just talk about the show, basically. Give them a link to the website or something like that. And,
There was loads, weren't there?
There were really quite
I was quite
a few. Yeah,
impressed with it.
really thank you so much for everyone who's done it.
Can I tell them what's in it?
Yeah,
And
I love
Okay,
it.
now
So
everyone-
all
already
the people
mentioned
that have hashtag, we hope you do listen as well, by the way.
Well, they better add
I'm
now.
sure they do because
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
Equilibrium. Magic work. Do you want me to show these to the cameras I'm doing it?
Yeah, go on.
Equilibrium is on there.
Yeah.
Moves a bit of paper. Fizzy piece of paper. By Dan Kaufman. Miracles Moves. What have we got here? Last Prediction. That's really good. That actually. I've used that. Espresso by Andrew Normansall. I've used that in competition.
Not all
Loads
these
of playing
cards. By the
cards.
way.
Not all of them. No, keep some of them.
World's best magician
You're getting
competition.
two decks of each.
Keep some of them back. We've got Gobsmacked by Magic.
Gobshites. I mean, Gobsmacks.
Eden Project by Great Clark. He lectured a few bits of that actually at the Deception Convention. Enigma's Pipe Dream by Josh Maddox. Really good effect. Signed cards and Sharpie. It's a pen, signed card to pen. It's really cool. A signed Free Capped by Kieran Johnson. Oracle by Titanus. The underground hit of the Blackpool Magic Convention was this. Am I right?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Everyone was going on about
Well,
this
yeah.
fella, Hannibal.
And it's. I want to point out, by the way, that all this stuff is sealed. It's not. It's not like our second-hand stuff
the
or
nut
stuff.
dropper's not sealed.
No, but that
Matthew
didn't come
that's
sealed,
just- it
yeah.
didn't come sealed.
And thank you for everybody that gave us them as well.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
give
Yeah, these
away.
were all donated for us to give away as a prize.
Oh, that's the one that Aaron's jealous about.
And the
was
espresso
it
chop
that?
cut by
Dave
by
Bonsall's.
Dave Bonsall's Prop Dog.
And you get a couple of decks of Moonshine and a couple of decks of Sinners
There,
by
I've
Aaron
chucked
Robinson.
them in. To be honest, they were off me. You're welcome. Right, the winner is
Oh, drum roll. Oh,
Dave Croft.
Oh no!
What?
Dave
prison.
Croft.
I hope not.
in prison
got
now,
Twitter-
Dave.
He's got Twitter. Yeah, Dave Croft at El Crofto. Sorry. Oh, there he is. I won.
Is that a submarine?
He's from Manchester and he's an amateur close-up magician.
Can we
According to his
click
Twitter
on,
page.
click on his picture again? Let's see. I want to see his
You've
profile
won,
picture
Dave.
better.
Can I have the chop cup?
I don't recognise the guy, but thank you very much, Dave. Well done. You are the winner of the stuff. I'll get in touch with you on Twitter, and I'll sort out boxing that up and getting it over to you. Thank you very much for
Well
telling
done.
your friends about the show.
Awesome.
Done. What's up, Jonty? Why are you getting so annoyed with me at the moment? You're getting...
Because I'm trying to do something. Right, we'll move on to your mass debate. It's gone off again. Never mind. I'll fix it in post. All right, good. Right, our mass debate question this week was: what was the first thing you remember seeing live? Not necessarily the very first thing.
The ice cream man. I don't know. I don't remember.
Perhaps first magic trick you remember seeing live, and perhaps not the very first one you remember seeing. At least the one that you remembered and made you maybe go
Get
into
into
magic in the first place. Yes. So. Andy Larmouth has said, I was working as a guitarist in a band.
A cocktail bar.
Saw a magician do Michael Close's pothole trick. I swear it was real magic. Sparked something in me that never went out. The guitar rarely comes out now, and I get home from gigs at a reasonable hour. And Dan Burgess says the main one.
That one.
No, I'll do it. The main one that made me realise anybody can do this stuff was when I just left school and I worked in a telly repair place, and the fella from one of the components suppliers called Wizard Distributors, I shit you not, used to make a hanky disappear. Why? Think about it. Why? See, anyone who does magic is strange. And then he did dynamic coins. Eventually, he gave in and told me how the hanky was done. I had no choice but to report him to the Magic Circle. He lost his membership and therefore livelihood and died a shell of his former self. Good times. There'd be amazing how many people say dynamic coins for this.
Yeah.
That's the first one. Sam Fuller.
Sam Fuller says, I was 6. I was in Cornwall where a clown was doing a chair suspension that I helped with. I imagine that that's a big thing as well if you help the magician.
Yeah. I only ever had a magician once for a party when I was young. He was a clown, actually. It was my 5th birthday, but he did a magic show. And he made a bunny rabbit appear. I was going to say disappear then. That would be a weird trick, wouldn't it? Oh, look, it's a bunny rabbit. Go on. Now get your food out.
Did you see,
Like Matt King.
You see Matt King did a guinea pig?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Nom,
So he
nom,
made a bunny rabbit appear, and he got Olivia Johnson up to help, and not me.
From
and
Greece?
And it was my birthday. No,
Top Gun.
John. Top Gun she's in. Colin Skinner. The Lecky. God, the cursor was over the L then. It looked like it said Fecky. The Lecky man used to come round and read the meter every few months. I'd save £5 of my pocket money just to see him change it into a £10 note and then back again. Only years later did I realise how he was doing it. Damn Himber wallet fooled me every time. That's good, isn't it?
Wallet. I thought he was going to say, gave him a £5, gave him a £10,
I'll be honest,
a £5 every week.
At first,
There all the time.
It was
knocking on
amazing.
my door.
at first I was going to say,
He had our meter read daily.
well, I thought it was like, the Lecky man used to come round like a lot, normally late of an evening.
When Dad was at work.
That was a word, but just to read the meter. Samuel Hurst
That's a
says,
good one, this.
says, mind, right, mind, no, listen, right,
Is that your
mind.
Sam? Is that your
no,
Magic Sam?
No, listen, right. Just
club
let me
here.
have it. Just let me have it. This one. Let me have it. Sam Hurst says, mine was when I was 11 in a field in, where's this going? A friend French dropped an egg. I had never seen sleight of hand before. I'd always had an interest before that, but this blew my tits off. After that, each weekend, my paper round money went on a train to Blackpool and back to JB Magic to buy loads of cack that I never used until I bought a book and started the real learning about 2 weeks ago, I reckon.
Very good. Well, I want to know what you were doing in a field in Wales with an egg to put you in that situation.
Drops an egg. That's
Hey, well, you got hands like shovels.
Yes, it's not easy, that.
Edmund Thaddeus has said mine was out of this world. Jamie Clark blew my mind with that. I was hooked, so simple, but so effective. And Kieran Johnson says Cartoon 2. Very specific. Which one? What's 2? Was that the one where it was a cannon?
Cannon was 2.
Yeah.
Fart
On
2
the,
was the third.
One was pulling out of an
On the
hat.
hat.
Yeah, 2 was the cannon.
There was a
3,
fart one. There's a
that
fart
was
one.
Fart 2, where he farts. And then there was a... I don't know. Another one.
Are you doing any of these, Jordan, or...?
No.
Oh, okay, then fine.
Stacey Smith has said, I remember seeing an uncle perform the 4 burglars at a wedding, which put me off card magic forever. But the magic trick I remember most from my childhood wasn't live. It was seeing David Copperfield swapping the head of a duck and chicken on TV. It's insane, but I don't remember seeing any live magic until after I decided to learn magic myself. That's interesting. That was that's one of the that's claimed to be one of the oldest tricks, isn't it? Not
Yeah.
as well as cups and balls is the pulling the head off the chicken. I can't remember the guy who did it. Oh.
What video's that?
What was his name meant to be?
It was pulling his head off, his chicken.
Do you watch that on
I
train?
Elliot Bibby said, I saw my first trick at Hamleys in London when I was 10 years old, and then went to spend my pocket money buying dynamic coins and practicing hard. I then went on to work in Hamleys in Glasgow, almost full circle, demoing and inspiring a younger generation.
What happened to your voice then when you said hard?
Hard.
That's weird, isn't it? Jack Brister says, I can't really remember of that well.
Is this your Jack Brister?
Yeah,
You're
Jack
full of,
Brister.
the man of three voices.
He's lovely, Jack. It says,
Just had a DVD come out, actually. I'll give him a plug. It looks really good. I can't remember what it's called.
Did we talk
Begin
about
the
it last
journey.
week?
The journey begins. Is it or something like that? I think.
I think it's called Eggs Benedict at noon. Something like that. Jack Brister
well
says,
done,
I
Jack,
can't
that's
really
great.
remember it that well, but I remember it was at Centre Parks and it involved a prediction that was shown to the audience. I then chose a card and it didn't match the prediction. What a shit trick. Oh, hang on, it carries on. The magician then revealed the prediction had changed to my card. Then bought Mark Wilson's Little Book of Card Tricks from the shop. And I haven't put a deck of cards down since. It's weird, isn't it? That was like a...
That was the thing that got him, yeah. Well, no, that's fair enough. And finally, Christian Fletcher says, not technically the first magician I saw, but very early on, here is me, gives us a photograph, next to Gazzo in San Francisco when I was about 8. He stayed with us after the show for a chat, and I was hooked on magic from a young age, and my dad bought him a couple of beers. I thought he bought me a couple of beers. I had no idea who he was until a few years ago. My dad was going through some videos, and I thought, hang about, is that Gazzo? Excuse me.
What?
I was just possessed.
Gazzo?
Gazzo.
Does that read that final line again?
Is that Gazzo? And yeah, it is. He's put a picture of the video. That's fantastic. And you look awesome as well, Christian.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love
it, yeah.
I love that. What about, so let's do ours then.
Well, I mentioned mine last week, actually, when we were talking about...
weren't listening.
What were we talking about last week? Three tricks you recommend, and one of mine was dynamic coins, and that was actually my first thing. By this point, I was already doing magic. I started magic when I was just bought a set. And I was bought the big Marvin's Magic set, and then there was a big green box, and I got that, and then there was a big red box, which was more cardy stuff, and then there was a little black box, right, called Executive Magic, and in there was a dynamic coins, and a casino chips, you know, the little coloured chips that you rub together, but it was rainbow chips. It was a nice one. It was made of metal, and then there was a nicer pack of cards that were poker size as opposed to bridge, and there was a few other little bits, but it was all metal and nice. And I remember learning dynamic coins, and the instructions inside were pretty much just here's a pile here, and now it's here, and now it's here, and now it's here. And then when we went to Tenerife once, and there was a guy in the duty free. This was back when duty free used to still be good. There's a guy in the duty free at Birmingham Airport on a little stand selling some Hamley stuff, and he got D-lights and he got dynamic coins, and he did dynamic coins, and he did a loads routine where he did like penetrations where he put the coins on top of the cap and then at the end, he got a pile of 20p's that he loaded in, and it absolutely blew my mind. And I remember having £15 for my holiday, spending money, or I don't know, what was that, about 1,000 pesetas at the time, I guess. And I bought it there and then. I spent all my money on dynamic coins, and then spent the holiday relearning dynamic coins, how this guy had done it.
Couldn't get a bottle of pop.
Couldn't buy a drink.
Couldn't buy a drink.
No.
Couldn't get a snatch or an ice cream.
Didn't he?
You should have seen him when he'd come home. 3 stone lighter.
But I've got a shit hot dynamic coins routine. So yeah, that was mine. A guy selling Hamley's magic tricks in the duty free at Birmingham Airport. That was mine.
Jordan?
To be honest, mine was actually dynamic coins as well. I know it's going to be very boring to talk about like that, but yeah, mine was dynamic coins. My old man bought it from London, from Harrods, from Hamleys, I think.
Yeah.
And he showed it me, and I was like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" And he wouldn't tell me for ages, and it wound me up. And then eventually he gave it away, and then I started practicing it and stuff. But I was only really young. And then the other things that I remember are I used to go to Tenerife myself as well. We used to go every year because my dad had a timeshare there.
Yeah, we did as well. We used to go and stay in the Hollywood Mirage for 2 weeks every year.
Ours was the Beverly Hills Club.
Oh, that wasn't too far. Is that Los Cristianos?
It's just the one below it, isn't it?
Yeah, that was like...
Yeah.
Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fascinating. Anyway,
So we used to go to Beverly Hills Club, Hollywood Mirage. Then was it the Heights was the middle one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beverly
Anyway,
Hills
it's the
Heights.
magic trick. Yeah, carry on.
I bet we've met John T.
Probably, yeah.
You probably beat him up.
Mind you, John T's I've got 10 years on John T, haven't we?
Yeah, probably. Anyway,
It
so
looks
come on.
like you have.
Come on.
And
you
then,
went to
and then they had they used to have a magic show on in the Crazy Horse Saloon on all the time in the Beverly Hills Club. We used to watch that.
Yeah. Do you remember any of the stuff he did? Oops.
No.
Okay, good.
Mine, I don't really remember a magician when I was younger. No, actually, I have like a vague recollection of a magician coming to school and doing like a thing with a wooden house, and so they kept popping out the side.
Yeah,
and
I
we
know
were
what you
going
mean,
mental
yeah.
because
Going absolutely apeshit
because
at
this
him.
idiot at the front of the thing couldn't see this little mouse popping out of that.
Yeah.
And we were like, I remember sitting there thinking, you daft, do you know what? I'm glad I'm in school because I'm learning stuff. And he couldn't sit, but I remember like a vague recollection of that. But I think the first magic trick that I saw, I think what it could be. Do you know what? I think it was actually.
You've had a week to think of this.
Do you know what? Well, there's two. There's two because I remember the first show that I saw, the first magic show I went to see was Mystique in Blackpool with Richard De Vere, who's sadly not with us
no
anymore.
longer with us now.
But I remember going to see that,
Yeah.
and that was the first like magic show I saw. But that was a lot of illusion-y things. But I think the first trick that made me also go, oh, that is clever. A magician called Paul Sylvester. Who's anyone in around Liverpool area may have heard of him. I think he's the president of Mahatma Magic Circle or something.
Right.
And he was his brother was a school teacher and also he was a music teacher and was the MD of a show that I was in at the time, a little musical or a pantomime or something anyway. And he came to the pub afterwards and they said, "Oh, he's a magician." And I was like, "Oh, good." And you got to remember, I was like an adult when I got into magic, so he had a couple of elastic bands on his wrist, and he'd done a crazy man's handcuff routine, which just blew my mind away. He did a bill switch, no thumb tip. I've since learned now because he said I remember I've worked with him since. And I said, "Do you not use a thumb tip?" He went, "Nah, no one's checking."
So he just has it cocked.
Just as it folded up in his hand already, yeah, and then folded. Oh, look, there you go. Check. He said they don't want to check your hands; they want to check the notes.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I said, okay, yeah. And the other thing as well that he did, he borrowed a coin. He just, I don't know, like a 2p or something. And for about 5 minutes, just kept telling me that I had a double-headed coin. And he just kept showing the coin to me, like with two heads. And he's like, but if you give it a rub, you see it gets two tails. And even at the time, I'm like early 20s going, how the... What's it? You know, what is it?
Just like loads of different sort of false turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thing.
Yeah, pretty much. And I just couldn't get my head around it. I remember just thinking, that's so good. And even now, I have such a love for Crazy Man's handcuffs, because of that. John T is here miming or working out. How would I show a coin both sides? What would I do? A little paddle move with it? Or, I don't know.
All right, good.
Yeah, that was mine anyway.
Nice trick of doing.
Jordan's doing it to the camera. Very nice.
Amazing.
Wow.
Right, that's all we got time for this week, folks. Thanks ever so much for listening. I enjoyed that. It was a good one. Go on.
I might be here next week. I might not be. Can I do a little
Oh,
plug?
you're going? Aren't you going to? Of course you can. Yeah.
Do you mind if I do a little plug? Okay. Any magicians out there? Or
cheeky, isn't he?
Well, you know, it's worth it, isn't it? If you're looking for something to do on the 16th and 17th of October, Friday night and Saturday night, I will be performing at the Smoke and Mirrors Bar in Bristol, doing my one-man show. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous.
Can I just say that
we haven't written it yet?
There's not anything. So what's the word? I don't want to say
rude.
We're not doing wizards as much anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no bad blood there, is there? Or anything? It's
oh God, no! John is helping me write it.
I
not
can't.
that it's not already written.
No, of course. It's
the show's
well
a week
written.
away. But yeah, no, it's not at all. But I will be performing at Smoke and Mirrors Bar on the Friday and Saturday evening. Tickets are available.
Are you there? Are you there? Are you doing
UK? And I'll also be at Illusions Magic
doing
Bar
Illusions as well? Yeah.
As well on the other evening. So if you're around, you're
well,
going to see a
I
show.
tell you what.
Pop in, say hello.
I tell you what, because we were gonna have Mark on this show this morning. Actually, Mark Bennett,
right.
But unfortunately, he had to take his dog to the vets. Hopefully the dog's okay. So maybe if you're already down there, we can get you both on from down there.
Yeah, don't see why. Well, it depends what day we're doing it.
Yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? If he's
Yeah.
free, you can get yourself up,
We
can't
can
you?
talk about all this stuff
That'd
anyway.
be nice,
wouldn't it?
Can't we?
All right, good. Right, that's all we've got time for then. Thanks very much for watching. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/deceptionmag. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/deception podcast. You can find us on Twitter @deceptionmagic. You can find all the information about this show and all the links and everything. You can find that at geekism-network.com/deception44. You can find us individually on Twitter as well. I'm @John T. Sparrow.
I'm at the Aaron Hayes.
And I'm at Jordan O'Grady.
Thanks very much for watching and listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Please share the page.
Part of the Geekism Network. For more information on this and other shows, visit geekism-network.com.
And we're out. I'll put that bit in post as soon as Jordan talked all the way through it.
Come and see the show.
And we'll clear off from YouTube as well. Cheers, guys. See you next
Bye,
week.
everybody.
Bye.